if there's one thing we like about the Premier League is that the Premier League literally never stops. I mean, while other leagues are going on a break, Premier League just continues, and I think that's why you can make a case for the Premier League as the best in the world. And one thing we all love about the Premier League is the fact that we always get to witness traditional Boxing Day games. Fans always look forward to this particular time of the season, and the unique thing about the Boxing Day games is that everybody would play on the same day. Yes, at different times, but everybody will play that day. Nothing like Saturday or Sunday fixtures. Everybody will play on Boxing Day. I mean, I've always enjoyed Boxing Day fixtures. Do you have good memories for Chelsea? Boxing Day.
Some good, some bad, but I mean, it's a mixture of everything at this point.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways, this Boxing Day fixture promises to be very exciting. Round 18. After this fixture, it will mark officially halfway through the season, and we're already starting to see the true title contenders. Chelsea have proven to us that they are the team to beat. Nobody can come against them.
The team to beat, yeah.
They are the team to beat.
Mikel Arteta has come out. We are in the title race. There is nothing Colade says here that can demystify that. So
thank you very much.
All this on at the talk.
Yeah, okay.
You can't go
until Enzo Maresca comes out and say we are in the title race, I will accept.
Until Enzo waiting. That's my business. May in bottle. May no win that league first. May no win that first as today.
That's not even going to top at all this season.
You
highest second.
The funny thing about Maresca, I then say that is
when
what I appreciated the way we play.
We've gone top only once.
And did you don't smell it?
Just once. It's just once.
So you cannot remain there. You cannot remain there.
You why you no remain there?
You cannot remain there. Me, I will go back there. Last season I was there. Me and you will not be the same. Last season I did there.
Last season no be
just one point. I will still go back.
No problem.
So
no wahala. No.
I'm not shaking.
We're watching very closely.
Anyways, moving on to the Boxing Day fixtures. I mean, I think we have some action-packed fixtures. Yeah, and when I look at all the fixtures from a betting perspective, except City Everton, because I know that game looks like a bomb game. I didn't even know how that game could end. Everton could go on to win. I mean, but it's at Etihad, so it's a tough ask.
One good thing we need to know is that every season it rains goals in Boxing Day.
Yeah, it rains goals on Boxing Day.
That day over 1.5 or 1.5.
When I actually look at the fixtures, I see a go in every game except City Everton. I mean, look at the games: Bournemouth Palace, Chelsea Fulham, Newcastle Aston Villa, Nottingham Tottenham, Southampton West Ham.
That's another tricky one.
Wolves Manchester United, Liverpool Leicester, Brighton Brentford, Arsenal Ipswich. I mean, every game potentially looks like a game where both. I mean, you know that okay, maybe Fulham can score, but you know maybe Chelsea might outscore them. Even Liverpool Leicester have it in them to actually score, but Liverpool can still run riot, beat them 5-1 or something. I don't know, but yeah, Manchester City Everton is what is your. You know, these days you can't give any analysis for Manchester City, but what you see on the day is what you get. Exactly,
yeah.
but in your own understanding, what do you think we can expect from that game, City Everton?
They've been struggling to play through teams that have actually come out to play against them.
Yeah,
and now they're playing against this Sean Dyche new system that once they want to play a big team, he doesn't need the ball.
He doesn't care.
He will dash in the ball. It will be very difficult, but I think City should get a goal against them.
Especially at home, since they're at home.
I mean, this isn't City home away, no matter how they fumble everywhere. I mean, this fixture could not have come at a
better time.
Worst time, to be honest, because I don't know. They are struggling to break teams down. You look at even the Foden goal against Villa, it's just him trying to just be different or just dare to dream, that kind of thing. So I don't know if that's what it would take to get maybe maximum points or a point against Everton. But at the end of the day, something would have to give, to be honest. But it's not like a game I would want to watch, to be honest. It looks like a snooze fest.
Fair enough. Anyways, speaking about the title contenders, where the big boys like Chelsea, the big boys in form of Chelsea.
We don't title, we first call Chelsea.
So, speaking about the title race, the big boys Chelsea, they welcome Fulham to Stamford Bridge. Two London boys, taking on each other. But actually, on paper, everybody will say, "Oh, Chelsea are the clear favorite." But for me, when I actually look at that game, on paper, it's a banana skin. I mean, the only advantage I see for Chelsea is that I think Fulham will come out and attack them, and that's where they will hit them.
Yeah, when you say the banana skin for them, I won't deny that anyway, because they're facing a Fulham side. This side, they just also know how to draw, just like Everton.
Yeah, they can.
In their last 5 games, they've drawn 4. although they scored, but then it's not that kind of team that would give you the ball to play. So maybe they will surrender it to you, but they make it very difficult for you to be fluid to get the goals. But Chelsea have looked quite convincing. But then we know that most times Chelsea gets points away from home. But this time at the bridge, kind of changing it. Finally ended that spell against against Brentford. But I think Chelsea will get back. I think Chelsea will get back to winning ways. I'm saying it because you look at them against Everton. They had a lot of chances to score. Even Everton as well.
They should also thank Sanchez. Where
is
the always yam?
When I was watching that game, I was shouting, Sanchez, remove the score. It is not you on. It is not you on. Sanchez,
that save to deny Harrison. I'm telling you, I was so shocked he made that save.
Sanchez.
I could not believe what I was watching.
And Sanchez removed the marks. Don't be using that post because.
But the funny thing is, I think of all the goalkeepers in the Premier League this season, he actually has the highest save percentage.
And because he's facing a lot of shots. I don't think
he's the one that has high. He's not the one. He's not the one. I think I've seen. I think it's Brentford.
He's actually facing. I think it's because he's facing a lot of shots.
Yeah, he faces a lot of shots. But then I think let's still give him credit for that game because it was the difference between Chelsea losing.
He has
75%. He has the highest.
Second.
He's facing
Raya.
Facing a lot of shots.
Raya too faces a lot of shots this season. Defense, the one wound down for us.
Wait, we are decided with the second least considered goals.
Where are you? Second least considered. You are third.
Calm down. Where are you?
I'm second.
Yeah,
I am second.
What's the difference?
First, second, and third.
What's the difference? Someone could go out with medal. I'm sitting here now. You know go win league now. Medal, I go carry bronze. You carry silver.
Silver and bronze, they are not the same. Silver means you played in the final. Bronze, you played losers final. There's a difference between both of them. But then I think Chelsea have a chance against Fulham. Especially Christmas, I think they'll be able to do it. I see Enzo Maresca's side coming back, but then take nothing away from Fulham. That team, they are one to watch out for. And with the way our the Nigerian too, Alex Iwobi too getting a good.
No, I actually spoke with our Nigeria boys, Iwobi and Calvin. They told me they have something.
I dragged him as soon as Olaya not dragged.
Even that goes there, but I don't even believe it. He just
but they played the ball. They played the ball for him now.
Just the joke. She said the team had that post. But anyway, yeah. Speaking about Olaya, Nottingham Forest, welcome Tottenham. That game too also looks very tricky because that. If it's Foster that is keeping again,
when they go chop him.
No, but it's still going to be Foster because you know that Vicario is out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That guy.
It's not even Foster. Did you look at the backline a few days ago?
Spence and Achikwe. That's
what they have now. They are still young.
Like
the problem for Tottenham is that they are not realizing that the people at the back, Spence and they are not. They are too young for you to leave them that open. Because if it's scoring, they don't have. Tottenham has no problem with scoring. We've seen it throughout this season. They can score goals. Their problem is they are not defending. They defend like babies. They're like, you ask yourself, okay, you want to do the high line, and the coach keeps saying, we'll stick to this plan.
I don't know the high line. So what I'm seeing from that one
is sometimes they do the high line.
Sideline. That's in the high line.
No, they do it, but no. I think they can score, but with the way Nottingham Forest has played this season, I don't see why we should not even expect them to get all 3 points. I feel it's another game they can still use and build on because if they get to win it, that's a fabulous. In fact, with the way they are going, they have already somewhat secured their stay for the season. There's nothing like relegation.
Not somewhat. They've secured their stay. If you're in the top 4 by Christmas,
if
you're in the top 4 by Christmas, there's no way you get relegated.
So
I said exactly.
If they go on this kind of City's run. You don't enter.
No, City don't feel really good.
Think about it, even with City's background, they are still 7.
I'm saying with the way City is, imagine a small team goes on that kind of run. Because even if Switch has not gone that kind of run,
but other teams
it's
still
not
be
the
losing.
run that City is on.
Other teams still be losing.
Other teams will draw points as well.
Not just you. So for you to be in top 4 by Christmas,
you think
maybe you can finish 14th or 13th.
Forest are very disciplined at the back. And I think that will be the biggest headache for Spurs. Because they are not the side who... Nuno is one kind of manager. I mean, he understands that Martial's in goals has been very good for them.
Yes.
They are very disciplined at the back. They don't have a lot of space to play through. I think the only team I've seen that have been able to cut through them properly in recent times was actually when City grabbed that win against them, that 3-0 win. And even at that, they had their chances too. They were not just clinical on the day. And then you now look at Spurs who will keep that suicide line. Sometimes in front of goal, they are not so assured. They miss chances as well. And then they will now feel that Chigre and Jet Spence.
What they have currently now?
Right now, it's looking like Forest to lose. To be honest.
But then I don't think they would. Let's not forget they have. There's Elanga. Anthony Elanga is on a good form. I think
he's having a very good season actually.
A very good form. No one is saying anything, but he's having a good season with Nottingham Forest.
And it's fair enough. So Arsenal actually welcome title pretenders. They welcome Ipswich to the Emirates Stadium.
They
wait now. No. That's
Newcastle went to the Tractor Boys home, collect
plaster them
and come back.
I was not even going to give any excuse. Okay. I was going to another talking point. So Arsenal welcome Ipswich, and on paper and in reality, it's supposed to be a straightforward win for Arsenal. Yeah, but now the big talking point surrounding Arsenal is life without Starboy. Bukayo Saka.
You say you're okay. I'm not talking about it. You say you're okay.
It's not an excuse. I'm not going to give any excuse. Yes, if you want to win the title, when some of your biggest players are out, you have to find a way. City once they lost De Bruyne for about 3-4 months. They still went on to win the league.
But the question now is who replaces Saka in that team?
That's my question to you.
No, you be the Arsenal fan.
But as an Arsenal fan, I think my answer is pretty simple.
Who is that?
I think my answer is pretty simple. I mean, Mikel Arteta has a lot of options. He has a lot of options at the disposal.
He's looking like
I'm listening now.
Look, I promise you, in all the scenarios I'm going to give you, I promise you I will never mention Sterling.
Oh, yeah, we're listening now.
Yeah. So there's the option of Gabriel Jesus starting to find his feet. There's the option of just playing him on the right and putting Havertz back up front. You know, against Palace, Arteta took Havertz back to midfield and put Jesus up front because Jesus has found form. But now that Saka is out injured, there's the option of, okay, you don't want to remove Jesus because he has found his momentum. Just take him to the flanks.
But taking him to the right is still sort of messing with his mojo because he has found his form in front of goal.
But even where he played at the 9, he didn't score from yet number 9. He scored from the. I think that was the last time.
If you put him there, I don't think it's much of an issue. There's also the option of what Arteta did in the Crystal Palace game. Even though I don't see that as a viable option. Just put Trossard there because Trossard can play like both sides. I don't see it materializing.
Well, me playing a devil's advocate.
I don't see it materializing. Or you can start Nwaneri there as well. You can just start Nwaneri there too. Start Nwaneri on the right.
This is a big headache. I'm not going to lie to you.
But me playing a devil's advocate. Ipswich has only won 2 games. And those 2 games are away from home.
This is the Emirates, boy.
They try poke you.
Boy, this poking no enter. This one don't even enter. This one don't even enter.
Miracles happen on
This one don't even enter. Forget this miracle. Maybe not Chelsea. Maybe not Chelsea. Who did the chop miracle?
Santa can just dash Ipswich. I don't suffer well.
Santa can give them 1 goal. Maybe they might score.
Collect this our body.
We win for a year. If we don't beat Ipswich, we are not ready. We are not ready. We're actually not ready.
If you drop, you are still in the title race.
Your
coach has said so. I don't think you drop points.
We are not ready. But realistically, how big do you think Saka's absence will hit us now?
It's huge. It's really most bulk of it. I think when Odegaard got injured and people kept saying, "Oh, Arsenal are not playing so well because obviously they miss Odegaard and his press."
Yeah.
I think what they missed is the brilliance that happens down that right-hand side when Odegaard and Saka combine with each other. Yeah. So I think you remove
Saka, you have a similar issue
from the pair, you would likely have the same issue. And I don't know if it's not about putting anybody there. You can play Trossard there. Like you said, you can play Gabriel. You can even put Sterling there. The problem now is you can't.
But you can put him.
You can't stop it.
You can't Sterling play for that position.
There.
Why do you collect him?
You can't play there.
If you cannot
fill up our books.
You see, fill up our
to balance our number.
They collect names of students. Registration.
You can put Sterling there. But the question now is, would anybody be able to play on Odegaard's frequency as well as Saka has done time?
I'm not really looking. I'm saying I know Odegaard is important for us now. But the work rate that Saka brings to that team, I don't see any player that matches it.
No, this is the difference.
You see,
this is
Arsenal struggled with creativity
now
when Odegaard was injured.
Give me all my players.
And also scored.
No, give me all my players.
Can Odegaard assure you? Yes, you bring the creativity. Will you also add to the scoring boots? Because that's the thing that Saka does.
Zini, as an Arsenal fan, if I have all my 11 players now again fit, and you tell me between Saka and Odegaard, you can only lose 1 player for 6 weeks, who do you think I'm choosing? If I can only lose one of them for 6 weeks, who do you think I will lose for 6 weeks?
I don't know who you want to choose.
I'm losing Saka for 6 weeks.
Saka.
I'm losing Saka for 6 weeks.
This 6 weeks will be the trial method.
And my answer is very clear. Not because on his day you can argue for 4 different players. You can say, Saliba is the most important player. You can say Odegaard is the most important. You can say Saka is the most important. You can even say Raya is the most important. Anyhow you want to think about it, that's fine. But this is how I see how important the player is to a club. When you are out, who are the people closest to you in that position? When Odegaard goes out, call all the names there. None of them can. If Odegaard is operating on a 90%, none of them can even give you close to 50. Is it Jorginho? Who is that? We know Partey is just to come and lock shop. Who is it? Rice? No. Is it Merino? Who is that? The closest we had was Nwaneri. That was the closest. But if Saka goes out, if Saka is operating at a 90, a Trossard can still come and give you something, at least something tangible. Jesus can give you something tangible.
About
the truth. It's the same reason why when City lose Rodri, there is nobody. But when they lose De Bruyne, they have players like Bernardo and others that can still give you something close to what De Bruyne will give you. But when they lose Rodri in terms of profiles, nobody can give them close. When we lose Odegaard, nobody can break through the lines. Nobody in that midfield can.
That's gonna want to say.
Nobody
when you lose KDB, you lose a big part of your ability to play in the final third.
Yeah.
Now you have, obviously, they're not as creative as KDB is, but there's something to give.
Yeah.
The thing now is, bulk of your final third play actually happens with Saka.
Agreed.
The thing now is, Trossard, say you create for Trossard, fine finisher on his day. You get, Jesus has shown that, he can also deliver the goals often and on. Yeah. Havertz, gets in and among the goals very often.
Yeah.
But the problem now is you're leaving bulk of the job to Odegaard to create for these people. And that's not something he's used to sharing that load with Saka.
We have to adapt. That's why
that's a huge ask this period. For somebody who just came back.
It's a huge one, but you have to do it.
There's the injury, there's becoming a father, there's a lot of things on that. There's a lot on this plate.
But other players will have to just step up.
And let's not forget that tabletoppers Liverpool, they face Leicester. And that 3 points in the back.
It looks like another straightforward 3 points.
Two struggling sides.
It looks straightforward to me.
Wolves, Manchester United.
I think Wolves can actually win that game.
They win.
I'm not even
after a new manager.
I think they can actually win that game. Matheus Cunha goal, man. I love when the agenda. I love the agenda.
I actually think Wolves can win that, or they can at least get a draw.
Okay.
Honestly, I think they can get.
Is that the money new now?
Yeah. I think they can actually get a draw.
So no redemption for Ruben Amorim.
They can win, but I also think Wolves too can go out. It won't be strange for Wolves to win.
Life isn't going. I read somewhere that he has considered 17 goals in 9 games.
Yeah, plus that other one.
That's a lot.
A lot of goals, man.
They don't have a defense. If you look at it, and that was the problem that United had. Like, if you knew you were going to let go of Ten Hag, let that manager come and anyway. I don't
but when Amorim came, they said his system was perfect for the centre backs they have.
No, he plays.
I kept hearing Delete will thrive, Mazraoui will thrive. Mazraoui, fine player, no doubt. I think the only stable I've seen from him in recent time was the penalty he conceded against Bournemouth. Apart from that, he has been, impeccable.
Yeah.
But Maguire, them, Delete, and they said this system was tailor-made for them. So I'm not.
It's not tailor-made for them. They can't.
Euro and all of that. And to me, their best defender is still Maguire. It's funny that they bought Euro, they bought Delete, and all that.
The same thing. I've not seen Euro play so much to give
a good example. The only reason why I've not criticized that he has not played so much.
Exactly.
I know he's coming back from Man.
Say take out Euro. I think it's still Maguire.
Honestly.
I think it's still Maguire.
I have not seen any of their defenders that are not good.
Butcher is not really good.
Well, Butcher.
That guy and Romero, 2 centre backs that I don't rate.
Butcher, I think Romero does better than Butcher in a way.
Yeah,
some ways.
Against one, they all does be diving into tackles as if maybe.
Anyways, so one thing we can agree is that this Boxing Day is going to be action-packed. I mean, Liverpool is very certain that Liverpool will most likely remain at the top, but everywhere across the table, things can change.
Yeah.
If Chelsea are not careful, one team can win and come to second place. I didn't mention.
Just say
I didn't mention names.
Say it's your foot chest. I mean, you're gonna say it's your
I didn't mention names. One team that if Arsenal don't win as well, Nottingham win, they're actually going to leapfrog Arsenal. So everything is actually very tricky for Boxing Day, and the fact that everybody's playing on the same day adds an extra twist to it. So it promises to be exciting, promises to be good.
The thing is, if everything goes
the
way you think it would, Nottingham Forest will go into the new year in the top 4. That's crazy.
That's a good
thing.
No one could have seen that one coming.
I saw it coming.
Don't
ask producer.
2 weeks ago.
No, it was not 2 weeks ago.
Stop with your fraud.
Just stop. Go back and watch it. It was 3 or 4 weeks ago. When did we do that? When did we do that one? I said
just like your club owner, fraud.
I saw it. Come on.
2 weeks ago.
Give me my flowers.
Flowers by 2 weeks ago. Octopus waiting. Anyway, that's all we have for you in our Boxing Day special. It promises to be exciting, promises to be good. Don't forget the usual. Join us in the conversation below. How would Arsenal survive without starboy Bukayo Saka? Liverpool, are they looking like runaway champions already? Or will the real title contenders, Chelsea, show that the Everton game was just a minor blip in their form? And is there redemption for Manchester United under Amorim? And what happens with Pep Guardiola and the struggling Manchester United side? All of that and many more will be here to give you all the best bits and talking points after these games. Catch you then.